Good morning. We're sitting here in our temporary executive director's office with a new face this morning. And it's prescient that we're doing so because this week we begin a new book and a new parsha in the Torah. The book is called Shmot in Hebrew, or Exodus in English. And we are introduced this week to a whole new cast of characters. The age and the generations of the patriarchs and matriarchs of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, of Joseph and the other sons of Jacob, they are gone, they have passed away. And we now, as a people, we find ourselves in Egypt. We find ourselves with a pharaoh, a new pharaoh, who didn't know Joseph and all those wonderful reforms that he brought to Egyptian society. We're introduced to Moses, who meets God for the very first time at the burning bush. We meet his wife Zipporah, and we meet the Israelites, who have now been enslaved for multiple generations. With that idea of meeting new people, we are here with a new person in our congregation, and I am so excited. We are also excited that finally, after a long period of time without a settled executive director, we now have with us Glynis Conyer, who is our brand new executive director starting today, January 2nd, who will hopefully be with us for a very, very long time, that will create a wonderful new relationship to move into the future. So Glynis, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're excited about in terms of being here.
I'm very excited to be part of this community. It has a wonderful reputation of being active and involved and engaged. I grew up in an active Reform congregation in South Africa, where my family were integral in the congregation, and it helped form who I am. And so to now be a part of this community and be able to share in everything that it has to offer, and hopefully bring some wonderful energy and relationships to this community. And I hope that when you are here, that you will stop by and introduce yourselves and say hi and share with me what it is that inspires you and how I can help you as we move ahead in this journey together.
One thing I know about Glynis is that she was, for a number of years, the director at Kutz Camp, the Leadership Institute in our Reform camping world. And I know that valuing those relationships that she created there is important. So I know that valuing relationships with people here, learning their stories is what matters really a lot to you. In this, just to go back to this week's Torah portion, there's a scene, a very powerful scene, where Moses meets God for the first time at the burning bush. And God calls to Moses from the bush and says his name twice to get his attention. Moses says that powerful word, Hineni, which means here I am. So thank you for saying Hineni in terms of coming to be with us. Also at that point at the burning bush, God says to Moses, take off your shoes because the ground you're standing on is holy. And we have lots of opportunity to engage and make our lives a little holier here at Community Synagogue. Just a few things that are coming up. This weekend I will be away with our 10th graders at the Religious Action Center in Washington, D.C. as we take them each year to learn about how to become advocates in the political process, taking Jewish values and bringing them to their lives. As well, this Friday night we'll be hosting college students who are here in town from vacation for our college reunion Shabbat, 6:30 p.m. at Rabbi Presbyterian Church with Rabbi Frankel and Cantor Cooperman. I know they'll be so happy to see so many of you. On January 11th, there'll be a film class taking place off-site. It's called Fill the Void. That Cantor Cooperman is leading this. It's about it was an award-winning film by a female Orthodox Jewish filmmaker. That's going to take place at the Ambassador on January 11th at 6 p.m. And then on Friday, January 12th, we are going to welcome the brand new mayor of Rye, Josh Cohn, who will be speaking to us from our services on January 12th along with our Tefillah band. So come and hear from Josh, who is, I believe, the very first mayor of Rye who is Jewish and is affiliated with a congregation. It's a wonderful time to be Jewish here in Rye. So again, to you, Glynis, welcome.
Thank you.
To all of you, wishing you an early Shabbat Shalom, and find some holiness the way Moses did in this week's Torah portion.